Oink oink, you dirty little piggy. Welcome back to The Apprentice. Series 18, Episode 7. They're selling some tourist crap in Budapest. Oh, for fuck. Alan, are you on a watch list? The Archbishop of Banterbury? Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and let's just watch before I make an even bigger fool of myself, if that's even possible.
Good morning.
Jerry credit, fuck off please. It's the last time I'm doing it, I think. It's just lost its pizzazz.
Too jazzy.
London Luton Airport. Gateway to over 30 countries.
What an incredibly low number of countries that an airport serves. I know it's customary to shit on Luton Airport, and I'm going to join in. I hate Luton. Luton Airport, fucking worst. And I hate Stansted as well. Heathrow, pretty good. Gatwick, underrated. That's my tier list of London airports. I'm excluding London City because I'm not a Richie, so I don't fly from there.
Good morning.
Oh, for fuck. He's not turned up again. The lazy bastard. He must have something in his contract where it says you only have to give intros for 8 episodes. Because this is ludicrous. That's 2 weeks in a row he's just not shown up and he's got something on a fucking iPad. Before it says anything, I bet it says I've been called away on urgent business. Because he never does the airport ones. And I wonder whether he just can't get airside. He's on like some kind of watch list. So, Alan, are you on a watch list?
I'm sorry that I can't be with you this morning because I've been called away on urgent business.
There we go. See?
So excited to be here in Budapest.
Beautiful castle overlooking the River Danube.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Just like in the Turkey episode, and I said it then, and you know, I looked at the credits after the fact and I couldn't find any link to tourism Turkey. I'm going to quickly look now if there's any link to tourism fucking Budapest, because it's just they're parroting these fucking lines. And actually, now I'm thinking about it, when last week we looked at the fact they're rigged, this is probably just a line a producer feeds. And I'm like, oh, comment on how lovely the Danube looks. No one does that naturally. Treat. Oh my God, there's a treat director. So I'm just going through the fucking go with the credits, and there's someone whose whole job is treat director. I'm so sorry, Chris Simpson. Your whole job is going on fucking Virgin Experience, and I'm so sorry. Nothing. Okay. Again. So no. Purportedly, at least, the fucking Budapest Tourist Board did not pay for that lovely description of oh, look at the Danube. I don't believe it, though. I think there must be something. Somewhere there's a dodgy deal going on. And I bet Alan's behind it. You know, he loves a good deal. He loves a deal.
I would also like to put myself forward as project manager. Event is something I do.
Verdi, you've already shown us how, and I feel bad even saying this, but you've already shown us how shit you are at it. We saw it on the first fucking task, and I'm honestly surprised you survived till this point with your frankly quite limited skills.
Sniffing around for a raise that, given what I don't think anyone would mind me saying were his very limited attributes, was bloody outrageous.
And every opportunity after that, well, every opportunity since then, he's not really demonstrated he's very good at it. So I'm sure he's a fantastic music producer and DJ, but this is not your fucking forte, so I hope they don't choose him. And choose Rachel? I'm still not picking up all the names. Some of them aren't funny and interesting, so I just don't learn them.
So I'm happy to vote for Rachel as well.
Yes, right.
Brilliant.
So yeah, Rachel seemed like the obvious choice there, just because she wasn't Verdi, but also she made a pretty good pitch.
And also, it's a little bit more expensive, so I feel like we've got more of an opportunity to make more of a profit. It is a profit task.
That's not how things work, though, is it? Last episode I called Laura, so apologies for that, because that's, you know, I should use your right name. So I apologise, Maura. On the flip side, they're just because it's got higher price doesn't mean there's higher profit. There's loads of things that are, you know, luxury, have high price point, but actually the profit margin's small. I'm not going to give you any examples, so let me know in the comments an example of where that's true. Anyone who says the opposite, anyone who puts a, you know, saying that's the opposite of true, I don't want to hear from you.
We want them to have a fun experience, we want everyone to be engaged, we want people to possibly even make friends at it.
Oh, friends! wine tour friends.
The only thing I'll say with the boat tour is we really need to make sure it's interactive or it does end up being boring.
Oh my God, I went on a boat tour when I went interrailing just after I finished my A-levels. And it was the most boring thing in the world. I probably also wasn't in the right headspace to enjoy it either, to be honest. It was in Amsterdam. And it just, nothing fucking happened. I got some nice photos, but beyond that, wasn't worth it. It's fucking boring. Who gives a shit? Fucking shitty anecdote, Mark. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is classic Mark, I'm afraid.
I'd like to portray myself on the tour.
Sure, you don't want me for the tour team as well. Performing, interacting with people and stuff is something I do day to day.
Verdi's self-confidence needs to be fucking studied because he is so confident. He thinks that he is the most personal person ever. And maybe he is. I haven't met the guy. Maybe in person he is so personable. But he just comes across like a bit of a dick.
Oh, fuck off, Alistair, you dick.
And maybe it's that self-assured cockiness that really pisses me off, but...
All I'm saying is redemption time for me and Phil, and we're going to show that in this task.
Ooh, all I'm saying, actually, is redemption time for me and Phil, because we're going to fucking kill it, and Felicia can't even watch over us, because we're just be so good at selling. She won't be able to watch over us, and we're just going to kick her out of the water. Wow. No, if you do well, she looks good. If you do badly, she could look good or could look bad, but you will look bad, so, fuck me. Verdi needs to go, man.
It's time to go!
Due to my faith religions, I wouldn't feel comfortable to sell or be around alcohol.
Totally understand that.
Nor would you like to swap over to Supreme?
I don't know how I feel about that. Not like in like a fuck me.
Every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like,
not in a religious freedom way. I think it's completely valid and okay for Noor to switch teams there and not be penalised for it. Completely on board with that. Don't worry. Why was that one of the options? Why was she on a team where like they could choose something that she couldn't partake in? It's just another way that producers like doing the problem solving for the candidates beforehand, but limiting their options means that like now Noor's been excluded from this team and has to join the other team. Just seems a little unfair. And also it's just like imagine if they'd been able to work out what they were going to do. There would have been so much opportunity for her to go, well, that's great, but I wouldn't be able to help out with that. You know that because of my religious beliefs. And but okay, sure, we'll try something else then. You wouldn't just keep going down that path. Maybe some of our candidates would. A lot of them go on GB News, so what do I know? But I think most would go, oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we'll do something else then. It just feels like the limitations set by the producers, by them deciding what the options are, has actually just meant that like it's a bit fucked for Noor, which is just ridiculous.
Welcome to Supreme.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I was going to put you with Trey and I to go learn about the tour. You happy with that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Also, that's so peak for Verdi that like Noor's just come over, and so now the comment about like maximising number of people selling tickets is just inaccurate. Unlucky Verdi, you're just still getting shafted by being on the selling team, even though you're very personable and high energy and just fantastic at talking to people. So you should really be on the tour team.
What city are we in right now?
We're in Hungary.
No, what city are we in?
City. It starts with a B.
Oh no. I feel this is where Noor starts to become the meme that she is. She doesn't know what fucking city they're in. And they must have been there for at least a day or so at this point. And they must have spoken about it a few times. How's she forgotten that already? What city are we in? Hungary? It's like all those fucking Americans on those like street quizzes. What country is this? Oh, that's Europe. Sure it is. Sure it is, buddy. Sure it is.
So, Andrea, how much would you charge for 16 people on the boat per person? That is a little bit out of our price range, Andrea, I've got to say. Still a little bit out of our price range. Would you be willing to meet us at €350? The whole tour for all 16 people, and that works out at 20 to 21 euros per person. Zero tours.
This is a really interesting negotiating technique. She's not given a single price. The boat person, captain, has gone for, they've set the price, $9.60. She's gone, that's out of our price range. And then let kind of the conversation pause while the captain has to come up with a new price. And then, that's still out of our price range. And then the captain gives another price. I kind of, I'm vaguely impressed that the captain keeps going back to prices. I think at some point you go, well, what is your price range? Because actually, Rachel could be expecting a £700, and then saying that that's just out of our price range. Wow, now it can come down way below, and she's quids in. Like I've never thought that this strategy could work, but it is. That's a massive reduction. Also, though, €22 a person. I don't think I'd be paying much more than that. Maybe that's why I went on such a bad tour, actually. I didn't pay really enough to justify a boat and actually someone to give a tour. Maybe my cheapness has come back to bite me. Nah.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
We can aim for around €20 per ticket for 16 people.
They're aiming for what the other team got. And this surely is cheaper as a thing. You know, the Vineyard is hopefully making money of its own accord, selling, grapes and turning into wine. And then the tour is just kind of an additional money-making thing that covers, obviously, the people doing the tour, which they're not going to get. They have to do the tour themselves, obviously. It's the Apprentice. How else would you do it? Pay a professional? No. Good joke. Yeah, there's no cost really involved for the Vineyard because everything's surely covered already. You're like, yeah, sure, a few glasses of wine, sure. Well, let's see what they get it down to.
Getting it for about €8 per ticket from yourself.
€8 per person. That's good.
€7 per ticket if you can maybe a little bit.
But we are running a business here.
€416.
This guy was way harder as a negotiator. Like way harder. It doesn't help that they started by giving figures super early, but I don't think they would have got anywhere near. And again, that does make it a little bit unfair. So, don't want to call it rigged, but rigged.
If you don't have a fantastic experience, you'll have the option to get a refund. Can we close this at 210 for the both of you, Maximilian?
Yes.
It's above the 100 mark, but that was like her minimum. And it's so early. Like that's the first tickets they've sold. It's a good thing they can't talk to each other on the tour. It'd be awful if like, oh yeah, I paid 105, and at the end of the day, it's like I paid £5. The person paid 105 want their money back just because it's ridiculous scaling that they're getting fucked over with. But fundamentally, there's 105 a person is extortionate.
Out of £1,000 all said and done, £1,000. I should say about £1,000. It's too much, £1,000.
And if you wish, you can take a sip.
Focused on facts.
me at the house parties at university. Glug glug glug. Yeah, I was invited to many. Still not worked out why.
If it's cloudy, what does it mean? And what wines do you keep in here? Like a rosé sparkling wine?
I think you have to ask loads of questions. Like I think that's the right thing to do. You have to ask loads of questions so you can understand what it is, because you're gonna have to give the fucking tour for them. Which, by the way, is ridiculous. Like I get it. It's a TV show, and it's fine. But they shouldn't have to pay quite so much to rent this space. I mean, to be fair, actually, they've done a pretty good deal. That's my point here. I just think that it's ridiculous they have to do the tour themselves. But actually, I just think they need to prepare more. And this is exactly what she's doing, is preparation, which is where normally they fall down.
The 115 each and then drop to around just below 100 if we need to. But I think 95 is a comfortable number.
Okay, 95, so you want to aim for 95. All right.
No, it's not aim for 95, Verdi. It's not aim for that. That's your floor. You have to be above that. You can't just be like, yeah, let's aim for 95. No. That's the wrong mindset. You're aiming for your 115, and then you can drop it a little bit. But if if they're not going to say yes to anything below 90, above 95, walk away. You're not going to take the deal. You prefer to have 0 than 94. That's what's being said.
Felicia's the sub-team leader, but she wasted a huge amount of time staying in a location where they've got no interest.
Fuck off, Tim. We both know that if she'd moved location, you'd be like, well, they wasted loads of time moving location when this one had loads of people in. So there's no winning there.
Or the Sauvignon Blanc, which I'll kickstart with the intro.
Precision planning.
Pinot Noir and the Antique Wine Press, which is Paul. Then on to you, Steve, for the wine stealing experience.
They're framing this as like some kind of like over-the-top prep thing, but I don't think it is. I think if you've signed up for a tour where you're going to get loads of information about wine, you want it to be smoothly run and everyone to know what they're doing when they're doing it. And this is the only way to prepare for that is to really, drill in on, you're going to do this, I'm going to do this, you're going to do this, and then we'll end with this. That's the only way to do it, because anything else would just look rubbish and feel rubbish for those who have paid quite a lot of money to go on this tour. So I don't know why they're framing it as this kind of like, oh my God, really overwhelming. There's so much detail being given here. Yeah, good. Good.
Do you think we'll have enough time?
It's a fine balance because we've got to make sure we're giving them a worthwhile enough experience that they're not going to demand refunds because we haven't done enough.
Anybody have any concerns about our plans tomorrow?
Yes, Flo, we've just seen 2 of them. That there's too much of the tour, not enough of the masterclass wine tasting where you can actually sell the wine. However, everyone who's bought this tour wants to go on the tour and not the upsell. It's a bit like it's like a timeshare, because you might get a cheap or even a free holiday for going to a presentation to try and get you to buy a timeshare. They want you there. They know you don't want to be there, but they know there's a good chance that you might spend quite a bit of money and buy one of the timeshares. If the whole thing was about that presentation, particularly as you paid a bit, they would be like, well, fuck off. No. I'm here on holiday and I'm agreed to come to your presentation on the off chance I might buy one. The people on this Vineyard tour don't want to be sold wine. They want to go on a Vineyard tour, and then at the end of it, if they really like the wine, they might want to buy some. Great. But that can't be the focus of the tour.
€400 plus 50% off for you on your lovely 21st birthday.
50% off for the... Wow. I guess they need to sell them at this point. And it makes them feel special.
€35 each. How does that sound?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
That's so far below what they were originally planning. Like €35 ahead. Well, that's 70 euros less than their floor. No, 60 euros less than their floor. Was their floor 95 or 105? Whatever it was. It's a significant amount below. And they didn't even sell all the tickets. They only sold 15 of the 16. They're going to have to do some serious upselling tomorrow of, I guess, photos, maybe? I don't actually know what the upsell is for a boat tour. I was going to say a small boat, but not a small boat. It must be photos. Surely photos.
So we've promised that along the way, there's going to be high energy, lots of banter.
Lots of banter. Banton du Bec. The Archbishop of Banterbury. Just those classic lines.
Listen, I'm like king of banter.
Bold statement.
What?
I'll tell you if
Do you
you're
like
king of
banter?
Yeah, I love banter.
Sick, innit?
Dying to know, guys, how was yesterday?
I'm dying to know how yesterday was, guys. I'm dying.
Who wants a gooseberry and cinnamon yogurt? Chloe, would you like a gooseberry and cinnamon yogurt?
I'm bleeding out my thumb. That's how much I'm dying. Yeah, if I pass out at some point in this recording, I am bleeding quite badly, so... Look what I do for you guys.
I feel like that possibly I should be on the tour just because I've already built that rapport with everyone.
Oh, Maura. I think with that, this team loses and Maura's going home, because that's just... it's going to really devalue the information level on the Vineyard tour. And I know that, like, obviously building rapport and having that relationship is also really important, but not as important as the information. And I don't believe that she's built enough of a rapport with any of them, any of the people who have bought a tour, to justify needing to be there when there's 3 capable people of doing the tour. Who's she going to replace anyway?
Today, half of each team will top up takings by partnering with local businesses.
Oh, God, no, it's Flo. No. Oh, no, they replaced Flo. They've definitely lost. They've definitely lost, because you can't replace Flo, the person who knew everything. You can't have done that. That is such a bad decision. Yeah, Maura's gone. I don't even need to watch the rest of the episode. Maura's gone. I will watch the rest of the episode, to be clear. There's not me saying the video's at, come back. Yeah, the video's not over. I'm just saying, I will watch the rest of the episode. I'm just saying I don't need to now to know Maura's going home.
I can talk a little bit about Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
at least I drink it, okay? So
Okay,
I
good,
can have a little
good.
chat about that.
Yeah, that's what the people on the tour want to hear, is just that you drink the wine that you're learning about.
And while we're looking at the view, can we all just take a moment to really feel your feet on the earth?
I'd be so fucking pissed, especially if I spent over 100 quid on this. I'd just be like, fuck off. I don't want to hear your shitty kind of yoga-led retreat thing. That's not what I paid for. I paid for a fucking vineyard tour full of information and facts about wine.
Is the grape itself called Sauvignon? Is that where it gets its name from?
The name, to my understanding, is when it gets to that wine stage. So I'm not sure.
Oh, man. No, you can't do this. You can't take someone on a fucking wine tour and then go, yeah, I don't know the answer to that one. Good question about the grape. Don't know. You need to know that. That's like, that's basically the only thing they've signed up to.
When I'm out and about and I'm looking for a glass of wine, I'll often say a glass of Sav. Just
really like that.
Should have another little sample.
Tastes like apple. Oh, definitely citrusy.
I do feel like they've just been like trying the wine and going, tastes like this. Whereas actually I feel they should have been listening to the person who is an expert, telling them all the things that they need to communicate in the wine tasting. You know, you're looking for these notes, you're looking for this kind of taste. This is why this is such a kind of renowned wine. Rather than just going, really good, that one. Yeah, nice and citrusy. No one gives a shit what you think it tastes like because you're not an expert. You know, these people have paid significant money to hear from an expert.
Oh, that is fantastic. Obviously, it's not really delicious like hot chocolate or Coke, but for wine...
And rumour has it that Dracula himself was locked underneath here.
What time period was this?
Probably be the 16th or 17th century.
I know it's just a legend, but Dracula was living in the 15th century.
He's Count Dracula, which means he never dies. So he actually was around in the 16th century. Come on!
Trey, just accept, like, oh my God, thank you so much, yeah. Not in a sarcastic way like I sound, but actually thank you. Yeah, yeah, but you're right. That's absolutely correct. Thank you. Well, actually I was right, because he lives forever, so he was alive then. You fucking idiot. No, shut the fuck up, Trey.
There's nothing better when you open that wine and you hear that little pop.
Pop. That reminds me of the X Factor of Britain's Got Talent, where it's the two boys and one of them is like singing, not very well, and then the other in the background is like, yeah. That's what this is. You know, we've got Maura not singing very well, and we've got Paul giving pop. Play the clip.
Move your body close to mine. Come on, move your body. Come on, move your body.
See, they're similar.
Given that it is a wine tour and we've not had any wine yet, are we going to get any wine soon?
Fucking Karen over there. It's a wine tour. We haven't had any wine yet. Are we going to get wine soon? I think you might have a problem with alcohol if you're that desperate for some fucking wine. Yeah?
7 p.m.
Thank you. Lots of love to you all.
So who's won? Well, no, I'm still sticking with what I said. I think Maura must lose, and therefore Maura gets fired, and that's the only thing that makes sense. So the Vineyard team lose, I think. I mean, the boat tour was fucking dreadful as well, but I think Vineyard loses.
Did you think you'd done a good deal, Trey?
Yeah, no, I thought Richard did a really good job. Maybe we could have gone down as low as 18, but still, it was a fantastic deal.
If fucking Trey Neggy, yeah, really good deal, but like we could have gone further, obviously. If I'd been, doing it, we would have gone further. But for Rachel,
But for wine...
yeah, pretty good. She shouldn't be upset with herself.
It was a bit cringy, but they loved it. I mean,
I would have jumped in the Danube.
Yeah, I'd have been right behind you.
Very funny, Karen. So when are you going in? And Alan, you going in as well, yeah?
I'd been on a couple of wine tours, Steve as well. So we had
The last tour, he went to Budapest once and got pissed, didn't you?
Yeah.
Legend. Fucking legend. Last time we went to Budapest, he got pissed. Fucking legend. You can't criticise him for that. Fucking hard, man.
€8 a head.
That was myself, yeah.
Well, you've got some bottle going in at that price.
Oh, that's witty. Very good, Alan. Yeah, got some bottle. But it's funny because they were at a winery and wine goes in a bottle. Well, it's just really clever humour. Just really clever.
You, in your wisdom, I think you swapped places, didn't you?
Yeah, swapped over.
Did you take over from the pilot on the flight back?
No, definitely not.
No, definitely not, silly. Why do that? I don't have to fly a plane. I don't have to, talk about wine either. I don't have to drink it. I know how to drink wine, but I don't have to fly a plane. So I don't understand the relevance of that comment.
Well, the rest of the team thought so as well when we discussed it.
Yeah, well, actually, the rest of the team thought it was a really good idea as well. And don't say a fucking word, okay? No one? No one say a fucking word, okay? Everyone, and trust me when I say this, Alan, everyone thought it was a good idea. Shh, 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 shh. Everyone.
Giving them a total profit of €660.50.
Of €1,170.
Oh my God, I lost. I was wrong. Shit indeed. This is embarrassing, not least because this shows, I've watched this before. I've watched this episode before a year ago, and I don't remember. And I was so sure. I was so sure the Vineyard team was going to lose. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. I mean, it shows that I don't fucking, cheat and go and look ahead of time and they're like, oh yeah, I'm right. Fuck me though, that's embarrassing. I think I'd rather you think that I cheated. Now you know I'm an idiot as well. Okay, what's going to be their fucking shitty prize for winning?
So for your treat, you'll be the ones that are being waited on as I'm sending you to the immersive 40 Towers, the dining experience.
Oh, what a shit fucking prize. The Faulty Towers dining experience. That can't be still going, can it? Let's have a look. Oh my God, you can still go and do it. Holy shit. It's £83 a person. £500. That is about how much they beat the other team by in terms of profit. So, you know what? This meets my criteria of your prize cannot be more, should be your profit. Or, in this case, the differential between the two profits of the two teams. I didn't think this would still be going. That's crazy. Like a 2-hour dinner set in the restaurant where you're the diners. That's so cool. I kind of want to go to it. I don't even really like 40 Towers. I've watched maybe a couple episodes because my parents love it. But 83 quid per person, 3-course meal, and you get theatre around you. That sounds pretty cool, actually. I was laughing at it, but now I was laughing, but now I love it. GB, what do you think? Do you want to go on the tour? No.
You can have a chat amongst yourself. We'll come back here and we'll decide who out of you will be leaving the process.
Nor surely is immune because she got lumped on this team and didn't do anything wrong. Verdi was disruptive, didn't really sell much. I mean, they're definitely going to dump it onto the income team. Yeah, they're gonna blame it on the selling. So like it's Felicia, Phil, Verdi on the firing line. Phil sold the tickets at the highest price. So Felicia's the team leader and so could be held accountable. And it's definitely where the boys are going to, target themselves at because of the instruction to, keep them in line. And Verdi sold fuck all. I mean, Verdi should go, I think. But it wasn't his strength. But also, he's meant to be a businessman, so it doesn't really matter where his strength reportedly is, actually. Yeah, I'm going to say Verdi should go. I think Felicia is at high risk.
Yes, Phil did sell 2 tickets at €105 each, but he promised that those 2 people that if you're not happy, even a single spit, you can get a full refund.
Yeah, but Verdi, he sold those tickets and told them they could get a refund, and they didn't ask for a refund because they were happy. Like that's fine. Like that's part of selling. Is you make sure their expectations are clear. What are you gonna do? Well, if you don't like it, then you can't get a refund. And that's just a lie. You can't. That's not good business.
The team have identified that they sold most of their tickets in the last 45 minutes. But that means that they spent over 4 hours in one location.
Yeah, I think that's going to come back to bite Felicia is not moving them because Tim said it was a bad decision. I maintain that I think if they'd moved, then Tim would have criticised that as well. But yeah, I think Felicia is going to be fired. But I think I would fire Verdi just for a lack of selling.
I didn't request to be sub-team leader.
No, but not the point. You were promoted to sub-team leader.
Promoted?
That tastes like promotion!
What, from standard lackey to sub-team leader? A promotion. Yeah, great. No extra pay, but more responsibility. Sounds about right.
Based on the ticket sales, I'm going to have to bring back Felicia and Verdi.
She's brought back the right people for me to still be right, but not the right people for me to be able to say, oh, definitely this person. Great. Let's lock in Felicia. Although she's won loads of tasks and Verdi hasn't. Yeah, Verdi should go on the basis that he's... Yeah, no, I'm locking in Verdi. I'm changing my mind. I'm locking in Verdi. He's lost so many tasks and he's just never shown any kind of really strong ability.
Given what I don't think anyone would mind me saying were his very limited attributes.
I think Rachel's safe because she got a really good negotiation. Like, she drove down that price really well and had no control over the selling. Well, no direct control at least.
Who's more at fault, Felicia or you?
I'll definitely say Felicia's more at fault.
Really? You'd say that someone else is more at fault than you? Surprising.
The way your character is, I really feel like you look at me and you is a younger version of you because I've got that craze and that drive to work hard.
I feel like I'm kind of a younger version of you. Please, hopefully you bite on that. I think that's really risky to say that. Like, go out your way to say that. You see me as this rather than like, I'd like you to see me as this, or I see myself as this. That's more okay. But like, I feel that's risky. I think Verdi has signed his own death warrant there.
It is very regretful that I have to say to you that you're fired.
Yes. This isn't you, Verdi. This isn't you at all. But I'm glad you got fired because it means I wasn't wrong twice in the same episode, which would be embarrassing, frankly. So sorry, I think.
There's a double firing.
No, you're joking. Oh, Verdi's gone.
There wasn't really any pause there. Like, yeah, it's double firing. Oh, no, Felicia's back, actually. No time for that at all. It was a shit joke anyway. It's like one of mine, but like, ugh. The next episode is they're making those shitty kind of electric camper van vehicle things. I remember this episode coming out. I don't remember what happens at all. I don't remember who gets fired. But I'm going to be right about who it is, who wins next time. It has certainly been another episode of The Apprentice. I still can't believe that Maura managed to get away with that Vineyard call. Still think it was an error. Still think he deserved to lose for that alone. But I'll live with the fact that that they didn't. Let me know in the comments if you think Maura should have been punished for that poor decision to swap out Flo. Let me know if you think the right person was fired. Let me know what else you want me to react to, as we're already fast approaching the end of this series 18 of The Apprentice. Remember, you can watch the full episode on BBC iPlayer, and I'll see you next week for more of The Apprentice.